Hello and welcome to the Experiencing Love podcast. I'm your host, Philip Jocks, and I've got a lot on my mind today. It'll probably be another short episode, and that's okay. My focus right now is on discipline. It's on the discipline of showing up and doing the work that I have to now to get the results that I want later. I heard a great quote today by Jim Rohn, or this is a little bit of a paraphrased version of his quote, but it goes something along the lines of, there's two pains we can experience, the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. The pain of discipline weighs an ounce. The pain of regret weighs tons. I don't want to sit here and regret not recording these episodes. I don't want to sit here and regret not taking the action to do what I need to do for my business. I don't want to sit here with the regret of looking at an empty calendar saying, I could have done more. I'm sticking with the discipline now, even though I'm immensely busy and I'm having 14-hour days every single day. I'm sticking with the discipline to show up and record. Again, even if it's only for a few minutes at a time. And there's a pride that I get from discipline. It's not the ego type of pride. It's not the pride that I brag about. The pride that I get from discipline is the kind that I feel internally, that I don't go out of my way to share about, but I know that it's changing who I am. It's changing me into the person I want to become. You can take everything away from me, but you can't take away the man that I've become. And that's where I get my pride, because I have the discipline to dive into the deep end, to look at fear and make it a must. I do what I have to do for myself. From that place of doing what I need to do for me, I get to do that for everybody around me. One of the most important beliefs that I have is the secret to living is giving. I heard that at a Tony Robbins seminar. And you ever hear one of those things? Maybe it's a line in a song, maybe it's a couple words in a book, or in a conversation you're passing by, but you just hear something or you consume something that you just know is right. You just know is true. You just know you were meant to hear. That was me with the secret to living is giving. I have very little fear these days. Or, there's a better way to phrase it. I have fear these days, but I more often overcome that fear and have courage coming from a place of giving. When I give, I don't worry about getting. I don't worry about taking. I don't worry about what can I get in return. Business, like many things, is a spiritual game, and I have faith. I have faith not only in my business, but in my life, that everything happens exactly as it's supposed to. I'm exactly where I am right now, learning exactly what I'm meant to learn, experiencing exactly what I'm meant to experience, and meeting exactly who I'm meant to meet. I have faith in those things, and I don't know what the reasons are for any of them, but I get to decide what they are, what those reasons are. I decide them now, and I can decide them later, because that's a thing we all do as humans, even if you don't realize it. No matter what happens in life, everything is neutral. Nothing is good or bad. You get to give those things meaning. You get to give a scenario, a situation, an experience meaning. You get to decide if something is inherently good or bad, positive or negative. So if I get hurt, if I feel pain, and I use that pain to learn and to grow, I can say that that scenario was inherently good. Maybe not comfortable, maybe not safe, and maybe I don't want to do it again, but that doesn't mean it wasn't good. And in the same way, you could feel really good doing something. You could go out partying, and maybe you think you could drink and drive after that. You could just be having fun. But then in hindsight, you could look back and say, those were not the right things to do. That was bad. Life is all about the meaning you give to it. At the end of the day, I'm just looking for ways to give. I'm looking for people that I can love, that I can support, and I look for ways to give to them. Because if the secret to living is giving, the more I give, the more I live. I found that to be true. I found that to be my experience. That the more of myself that I give, and especially when giving stretches me, maybe it might be giving money when I know that I don't have the money to give. Maybe it's giving time when I know that I am booked solid and I don't have time to give. Maybe it's giving someone attention and presence when I know that my attention could be in 100 other places. The more I give, the more I live. And I aim to give more than I expect to receive, because I know if I give everything that I can and more, I will receive everything that I need. And the more that I receive, the more I have to give. And that cycle just continues again and again. Giving is a discipline. As Tony says, if you don't give a dime out of $1, you're not going to give 1,000,000 out of 10 million. You're not going to give 100 million out of 1,000,000,000. Giving is a discipline. So through this podcast, I aim to give. I think I'm still figuring out how to give. I think I'm still figuring out in what ways I can give through this podcast. I know at first, for right now, I could just give myself. I could give my wisdom. I could give my thoughts. And as I continue to develop this discipline, I know I'll be able to give even more of myself. Step by step, there's more of myself to give every single day. Ask yourself today, how can I give? What could I give? If there was a way for me to give, what would it be? If there was a way, what would it be? I'm going to get back to the rockin' day that I'm having at this beautiful event that I'm in, and I'm going to send you every ounce of love and energy that you need for the rest of your day. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. I love you.